Hey everyone, how are you all? Welcome to another video by me, Beyond Astro K. So guys, a big one is here. We are in December. Yes, December. This is your tarot and astrology for December 2023, the end of the year, guys. What a year it's been. What a time to look forward. What a time to look back. Okay, whenever we see December, we always have to look back. Come. And then yeah, it's come to Christmas. Christmas. So when it comes to Christmas, of course we celebrate, but I always find December a time of nostalgia. We always, yeah, it's a fun time. It's birthday time, but it's also a nostalgic time. We look back on our past achievements, what happened, how we grew, how we improved ourselves, what happened in the world. A lot has happened this year, especially the second half of the year. And obviously in 2024, there's more to come. So, before I do for all the signs, I have picked out 3 cards for December on a general collective for everyone, because that's what we do. So the first card, and also I'm when I'm doing this reading for all the signs, I've picked out oracle cards because we are in Capricorn season. And as you guys know, I'm a broken record. I always believe Saggittrius season is more December and Capricorn is more January. But still, some people are born in, Capricorn season, which is mid-December. Okay, but yes, so the 3 cards that I've picked out, the first oracle card is reverse dissociation. So it sounds very ambiguous. So when it says reverse disassociation, is that some of us could be going back to people, places, but it does feel more like people or a person. There could have been some drama there. There could have been just a natural, sometimes you just move away from someone or something. Could be a job as well, or even a house. It could be anything. And now we have to look back and think, was it actually the right thing to do? So I think because Sagittarius is a very forgiving sign, and it's mutable, it's very much going with the flow, very much, yeah, it's forgiving. It's also a sign that is keeps on moving. But we also have to look back as well, guys. Let's not forget, we also have to look back and see, okay, is it something that I could have did better? Is it something that had to be so rash? Because sometimes when we do, especially if we thought about it a lot, if we do like disassociate ourselves with something or someone, anything, we could do it very quickly. And when it says reverse it, it's like looking back and seeing, could you heal from it? Could it work again? All of that. Okay, or could I just done something better? And as you guys know, November, especially December, is a time where the past tends to come to all of us. So that's the first card. The second card we have is Explore Your Ancestry. It's the number 13 card in the tarot. The 13 is the Death card. And we are edging out, we've edged out of Scorpio season. Scorpion season is never very easy for anyone, guys. It's always it can be very up and down. Let's just be honest. So yes, when it says explore ancestry with the death card, meaning as well, is like, I think a lot of us are going to be looking back to the past, like what I said in the beginning. A lot of us are going to look back to the past. A a lot of us are going to be looking back to like this year, because this year's been something else. A lot has happened, guys. A lot, and good and bad. You know, it's life. Life is very good. Life is very up and down. Some of us also could be connecting more with family and friends, and with it could be old associates, old business colleagues, old. It could be people in general from the past, guys. Even it could be exes as well. It could definitely be us looking back. And yes, I do feel that there are some. It's like the Six of Cups in the tarot. It's very much a nostalgic card, and it is about childhood. So our childhood could be coming up. Like, oh, this is how I used to celebrate Christmas. This is how I used to celebrate themes and all of that. So the last card we have is Break Addiction, number 5 in the tarot is the Hierophant. So a lot of us may be unwilling. We may be feeling like, oh, I've got this in the bag. I don't need to do anything. I have, it's fine. Everything is fine. I just go with the flow. I'll just do this, not realizing that we are still addicted to anything. The fact that this is the Hierophant card as well. Hierophant card is about going back to basics. It's also very much a conservative card. It's a Taurus card. It could be a pope, a priest. We could be going back to church. You know, finding a mentor. Very much an old school card, guy. Very conservative, and also because it's a Taurus card, it's very unwilling to break from tradition. It's very unwilling to break from what you know. And this card is also saying some of us may be definitely unwilling to break any type of addiction. It could be addiction to social media and TV. It could be anything, guys. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. Addiction. So when it says break addiction, it's like looking and seeing if it's actually healing or harming you in any way. You know, Saggittrius is very much a sign that is also about the what's the word? It's very future. It's quite futuristic. It always looks towards the future, but it's not the most. Obviously, this is general, but when it comes to like health and wellness, it appears very healthy, but it's very hit and miss. You know, it can, remember, it's ruled by Jupiter, which can be very gluttonous. It can be very going over the top in everything. So, and also we're coming up to Christmas, coming up to holidays in America. In this country, it's Christmas, so people are going to be overindulging, you know. But we also have to look at if we're doing too much. If it's hindering us in any way. If it's hindering us in our health, our work life, our personal life, anything. Okay, so that's the 3 messages for the collective, and yeah, that's a general message for everyone. And so, guys, let's get to the signs. Hello, Aries. How are you? So, Aries, this month you're going to enjoy it because it's like your brother or sister month, Sagittarius season. A lot of this energy is connected to higher learning, very futuristic. You're traveling. Some of you can be making traveling plans, reading, writing, publishing, something to do like the law and courts, your views, your belief systems. It could be very sharp. It could also be very on point. During this time, Aries, we have a new moon, which is in your 9th house. So that's what all I said for the above. It's a brand new time to be getting your groove on with all of that, especially if you're going to be studying or learning. I have a full moon in Cancer, which is in your 4th. And this is about releasing and letting go on the 27th of December. Releasing and letting go of any type of, anything to do with your home. Anything to do with a home-based values. Could be moving a home. It could be fixing a home. Could be redecorating. It could be, you know, fixing any type of family drama as well. You have Mercury in Capricorn on the 1st. um, in your 10th house. So, you know, obviously the mind's going to be on the money, but also on contracts within your employment. You could definitely, there can be some new engagements, new, could be documents being signed, a new job, a new promotion, lots of talking. I can see lots of communicating. Any of you who are looking for a job, it's possible you can also get a new job as well. Then Mercury goes into Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Oh dear. So an old job could become like an old boss, an old position. You know, your status can definitely change. I'll do a full video on that. We have Venus in Scorpio in your 8th, so that's to do with shared resources, money, finance, debts, loans, rebirth. Some of you could come into money, some of you may have to pay out. Some of you could also, there could be an expansion of money, but there could also be you having to tighten your belt. Obviously, it's come up to Christmas, so a lot of you may think, oh God, I've got to pay off this debt, this loan. But when it goes into Sagittarius, it's like, oh, I've paid this off, so now I can expand. So you may be able to send money, you may be able to travel. You may also, some of you who are single, could meet someone who could really broaden your horizons. They could be from a different creed and culture. You could definitely learn a lot from them. So it's a very action-packed month, Aries. Even though you may have a little bit of niggles, it's not going to be too bad for you. Let me talk about your card for this month, Aries. This is an oracle card. You have recognition. So this month is, even though it's a lot of ninth house action, you've got ninth and 10th house action happening, especially with Capricorn being there, you definitely, a lot of you could get recognized. It could also be recognized in a field, in any like field or course of study. It's the ninth house is actually a lovely house to be recognized in. Like if you have completed a course and you get like certificate, or you get you graduate it until you're like a mentor or a teacher, you know. It's about, this card is definitely about accomplishments. I feel that regardless of what's going on, Aries, this month you're going to be accomplishing a lot. You are going to pass that course, you are going to pay off that debt, you are going to pass, you know, some of you who are lucky to travel, you may travel. Some of you who are lucky to publish a book, this definitely can happen. It's really and truly up to you, as long as you don't spread yourself too thin, because Sagittarius ruling your ninth, it can make you just spread yourself too thin. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But yes, accomplishments and recognition can definitely come for a lot of you this month. Okay. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Welcome to your December tarot and astrology. And this month is in your lot of 8th house action happening. So this is about your money, resources, debts, loans. You know, it's very much a hidden house. It's very much a scorpionic house. It's a house that can also represent fears that you haven't got enough, but fears of the past, and there could be people coming back into your life as well. You have moons which are in, you've got the new moon in your 8th, which is about, you know, money could actually come to some of you Tauruses, especially if you've overspent, or you may have to, you know, pay off any like debts and loans. But also you've got a full moon in Cancer, which is in your 3rd. So some of you may move from your neighborhood. You could do some short distance traveling and, you know, having conversations with siblings. You could do more writing, more work to do social media. Mercury in your 9th can bring, Mercury and Capricorn in your 9th, with Mercury retrograde there, it can bring back old projects from the past. It can bring back, some of you may be thinking of traveling. Some of you could be publishing a book or even thinking about writing. The world definitely is your oyster with this. We've got Venus entering your 7th house about relationships. And you're ruled by Venus. Wherever it goes, you feel it. So this is in your 7th. So this is about your relationships, business and personal. And it could be a very much a heavy time. It doesn't mean it's going to be all bad. It's just that there could be some craziness that needs to be sorted out. You could come together. There could be breakups, makeups, and all of that. You've got Venus in your 8th as well, which can be very deep. It could be dark, but it could be also very deep, very intense. Again, some of you may see people from your past relationships, or you could be attracted to someone that's very Sagittarius like. But also you may learn a lot from this person. You may learn a lot from what's going on. You may learn a lot more about when it comes to like your finances as well. So when we talk about the card for this month's Taurus, you have gratitude. And it's about, what you attract more blessings when you appreciate your current blessings. So, Taurus, 2 months ago in October, we had an eclipse, a final eclipse in your sign. And some of you may, obviously it may have felt really weird and crazy, but I feel for some of you Tauruses, some of you, because a lot of this energy is in your 8th, is to do with like shared resources. Some of you may feel that you haven't got enough. Some of you may feel that you might be overspending, you can't really control yourself, or you may have not paid off something or someone owes you, and you may be afraid to. It's about, you have to be a bit more fierce, but also this card is saying what you feel there's not enough, it may be enough for someone else. So just be grateful for it. Be grateful even if things are going bad this month, if things are just crazy and up and down. Just be grateful because things will get better. Every year you see this month. Yeah, every year, Taurus. So this card is just reminding you just to be grateful, regardless whether you have more or you have less, and not wish for so much, because sometimes when you get too much, it's not really good. So just look around, feel your surroundings, and see what you can be grateful for this month. Okay. Hello Gemini, how are you? So you're going to be feeling this month a lot because a lot of this energy is in your 7th house, this December Sagittarius energy. A lot of these themes are about your relationship, business and personal. You have the new moon, sorry, which is in your 7th house. So I feel some of you may be there may be changes in your relationship, business and personal. Contracts as well. There could be signing of new contracts. Your status can really change. There might be something to do with like the law, the court system. You may even change your image. We have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 2nd house. So this is about your money, finances, your self-worth, all of that. All of these themes deal with your finances. I have a feeling that a lot of you may be starting to rein a lot of things in. I don't know why I feel that, but I feel a lot of you may decide that, there's certain investments and things need to be sold off, or, you might be definitely reining stuff in. But I'll be doing a full video on that. You have, during this month, Mercury retrograde and Mercury in Capricorn in your 8th. So whenever we have anything in the 8th, especially when it's retrograde, this is like a past relationship. This is like past debts, loans, something to do with inheritances, taxes. If something may be taking long to be really sped up. This is on the 23rd when Mercury goes retrograde, but enters it on the 1st of December. We also have, for you Capricorns, Geminis, Venus in your fifth, sixth house. So all this gluttonous and things you could be doing during party season, I feel is great. I love to be quite gluttonous myself, but you may decide you want to be a bit more healthy, might want to rein stuff in, but also you want to have fun. Okay, not going to be easy time. It's in your sixth house, but I feel this will give you some discipline too. You also got Venus entering your seventh, so it could be a new love, new relationship. Your finances could blossom, it could grow. You may have to rein it in. It can definitely go either way. Okay. Every year, so Gemini's, you get this. Every year you get this, and obviously it's very different also. So when we come to your card for this month, you have creative expression, and it's about driving your creativity through your actions. So it feels to me like whatever you say this month, because even though the seventh house is very much relationships, it's also ruled by Libra, and Libra is a very artistic sign. So it feels like if you want to be creative, it might be a case of you having to work with someone. It could be it could be working with your partner in a partnership. It could also you be working because you might be very much, especially if the full moon, the new moon in your seventh house is to do with your physical self. So you might be beautifying yourself, or people might be finding you more attractive. When it says creative expression, you're going to be expressing yourself very differently this month. It could be something that comes up, something that you've envisioned, or you might have like a burst of energy. It's not going to be all bad for a lot of you. Yes, there's going to be a time when things go a little bit deep, but on the whole, Geminis, I feel that some of you are there's changes happening, and it's in your personal and your professional relationships, but also you yourself are changing. It can almost feel a bit more like a lightness that's coming through too. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Hey Cancer, how are you? Welcome to your December reading. So Cancers, a lot of this energy is connected to your work, your health, your wellness, pets, your employment as well. It could also definitely potentially be very busy because Sagittarius ruling your sixth house. It makes things come very crazy, and a lot of things can definitely come at once as well. You have the new moon in your sixth house. So if any of you Cancers want a new job, new employment, new better like working conditions, a new health regime, fitness regime, even getting a pet, this is a great new moon to do that. You also got the full moon in your sign on the 27th. And you're ruled by the moon, so you're going to be coming into your own. There's things, themes, baggage that you're going to definitely be releasing on a personal and maybe a business level too. Mercury and Mercury retrograde in your seventh house. It can bring an old lover. It can bring old business associates. It can bring an old contract. It can see you revising all of these themes too. It could also see some of you get a bit more creative as well. We have Venus in Scorpio in your fifth. So on the 4th, so this is when we might see a sexier side to you. It could be like you might meet someone. If you're single, you can meet someone in your friendship group. You may fall in love with a new passion project. You could also there could be something to do with your kids. So you could be taking your kids out more, bringing them to theme parks, having more fun. Yeah, it could be just a very much a fun time. Even like your fashion sense can change, Cancer. We've got Venus entering your 6th, which can also bring you enjoying life because it's before like the new year. So you definitely be enjoying life more, eating more, probably partying more, but also working more. Again, any of you who are single, you can meet someone at work. So it does seem very, very busy, even though this month does in conjunct you, it's still busy. The card you got is Mother Mary, and it's a spiritual card. It's also talking about you, because the sixth house is ruled by Virgo, and Virgo is very much a sign that's all about, is here to help others. That's how it gets its blessings. And this card is talking about being blessed because helping others is your life purpose. And the fact that you've got a lot of energies in your six is that I feel some of you, if you are seeking, like, of course, if some of you seeking a new job, or I feel that you have to look at your skill set, look at what you're great at. And if it is helping people, helping the sick, the needy, the poor, being a nurse, even taking care of others with their health and wellness, even yourself, that's where your energies will lie. So again, there's going to be a lot of rushed energy this month. You know, you'll be starting new jobs and working different like in environments, and also especially taking care of yourself, but also helping, and even asking for help, Cancer, not being afraid to ask for help. And you'll definitely, this card is talking about, you'll definitely find your life purpose this month. So yeah, it's very much a busy, but also a very much a blessed month for you. Okay. Hello Leo, how are you? Welcome to your December reading. So Leo, a lot of this energy, fantastic energy, is all in your fifth house, the house you see every year. You have a new moon in your fifth, which can bring blessings in terms of your creativity. If you have children, there could be stuff that goes on there too. Your health, your wellness, your fitness, but also entrepreneurial. You could start up a new business, but also you could be spending more. So you may want to rein that in, Leos. You have a full moon in your 12th house. So it's very much a hidden house. You may find that your energy, your vitality is not as high. This full moon will be asking you, Leos, to rest, recuperate, follow your dreams, listen to your dreams. You could definitely be doing some hidden stuff that no one knows about. But also just, you know, take time with yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. But it's also anything to do with releasing any unwanted themes in your life. You have Mercury and Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in your sixth house. So this will see a lot of you Leos revisiting an old workout regime. You could be starting up a workout regime. You could be busy at work, signing new contracts. There could be contract delays. You could also be, again, you could be very busy. Old bosses and colleagues can come back into your life. You may even go back to an old job. Yeah, the list is very endless. What else do we have? We have Venus in your fourth, Scorpio. So be beautifying your home, cooking more, spending more time with your family. If any of you are single, you could meet someone in your neighborhood. You could be going back to an old home. You definitely could be redecorating, beautifying it. Yeah, things could be could be more peaceful at home. It's not going to be about its drama, but it could happen. You also have Venus in Saggittrius in your fifth. So again, any of you who are single, any of you Leos, you know, you can meet someone at a sporting event, in the gym, on the dance floor. You could definitely be changing up how you're dressing. It is party season, so you could be attending lots of events, Leo. You could be wearing lots of like loud colors, you know, bigger hair, and, you know, yellows and reds, and, you know, you could be definitely getting a lot more admirers. Definitely more creative. You could be in the money. Some of you could be very lucky that you come into money, whether it's through gambling. Obviously, the fifth house is about gambling, so you could be overspending, be mindful, but you could also be lucky as well. when it comes to your cards, Leos, for this month, such a powerful month for you, for all the fire signs anyway. You have new projects. And this card is saying, like a newborn baby, your actions are growing your idea into reality. So there's things that you're cooking up, Leo, that no one may know about. This year may have been quite up and down for you. May not have been the best. Some of you may have enjoyed, but some of you you probably feel up and down. So you may come into your own this month. And if there's been any stagnation with any projects or anything like that, Leos, you know, there'll be a fire lit now. So they call it a fire lit under your ass, but there could definitely be a fire lit. You could definitely feel like, oh, breathe a bit like a sigh of relief. There could be definitely people coming back into your life that could be helping you. Even if you've got kids, they could be helping you. You're going to feel more alive, more like, it could be like a teenage sort of spirit. But yeah, new things are coming, Leo. New projects are coming, and it almost feels, I'm also getting that welcome back, you know, because like I said, I don't think this year's been easy for a lot of you. Okay. Hello Virgo, how are you? Welcome to your December reading for 2023. So Virgos, a lot of this energy, because you, like all the mutables, are going to feel this. This is in your 4th house. So, you know, you're coming back to home, and, you know, even with the new moon being there, this is a great time to be setting new intentions for things to be a bit more peaceful at home. Okay? Before the sun enters your 5th, you may want to, I can see a lot of you Virgos like preparing your home. Could be for Christmas, holiday season, you know. But just like redecorating, sprucing it up, making it a bit more neater. There could be some buying and selling going on. You know, because this is a Cancer house. I can see a lot of you preparing more to the home, and also maybe seeing more family. Because, you know, this year has been an enlightening year, especially with Saturn being in your 7th. We have a full moon, which is in your 11th house. So there could be you releasing like a new project to the world. There could be changes of friendships, changes of goals. But yeah, it's actually a nice one. It's actually a nice one for you, Virgos. We have Venus in your... Sorry, we've got Venus in your 3rd house in Scorpio. And yeah, with Venus in your 3rd house, you can see a lot of you, some of you could be more flirty. More like what you're saying is more intense, more flirty. If you are single, you could find love in a friendship setting. It could also be a college. Also be something that you're learning. You could learn a lot from these people or this person. But also it's very creative time. You could be very much more creative. We also have Mercury. Look at my theme because I've written some of these down. I know you Virgos, I have to be on point with you. We have Venus also in your 4th as well. So sprucing the place up. There could be a bit more loving conversations in the family, in the home, with your partner, even with your kids. And again, you could be, if you're single, you could meet someone that's really closer to home. Okay, you can even fall in love with a house, moving house, buying, selling. We have Mercury, the big one, Mercury and Mercury retrograde in your 5th. So again, like most of the other signs, there could be this theme of people from the past coming back, like an old lover. It could be you, some of you could be revising if you want kids or not. If you're going to be doing creative, if you're going to be very creative, you need any type of passion project. You could be looking at like your budgets, how much you're spending. You could also be looking at any type of, what's the word? You know, if you want to do work, be an entrepreneur, working for yourself. Even like how you're treating yourself, you know, treating your body, any type of general fitness that you want to do. So it's a very much a it's quite a busy month, but it's also a very emotional month. The card you have is the Law of Attraction, and it's about, you know, being positive, keeping you, trying to keep yourself positive and surround yourself with positive people. It could be you writing affirmations down. You know, basically, Virgos, if you try to, it's not, remember, this month squares you. It squares all the mutable signs. It opposes Gemini. It squares you in Pisces. So it can be very easy to be negative, like, oh, it's not working out, it's never going to work out. Oh, this house is never going to be decorated. I'm all going to have trouble at home. It's just trying to remain positive, like being grateful that you got a home, being grateful that, you know, you can rent out your house, being grateful that you can travel to see your family, being grateful for your family. All of these things, because you could be very nitpicky about what's wrong and not concentrating on what exactly is right. Okay, so this law of attraction card is just reminding you just to be grateful, because we're coming to a time where people haven't got enough and you've got loads. Okay. Hi Libra, how are you? Welcome to your December 2023 reading. So Libra, you're gonna have it good because this is in your third house. You've got a lot of third house action. And because it's party time season, you're going to be on a roll. Networking, making friends, hanging out with friends. Very active on social media, especially with this new moon being in your third house as well. A lot of you can get a lot of new contacts and start up new businesses, sign contracts. This is really a great time for that. It's really a great time to go out there and have fun, do some short courses, you know, start like a blog, start writing, you know. A lot of you, I feel, will say what you feel. You have a full moon in your 10th house. So there's going to be some changes within your career, your status, with your relationship as well. Something to do with like a father figure. You could change jobs, you can get promoted. You know, all these things can happen. We have Venus in your second house of money. So you could earn money, you could make more money, you could invest, you could overspend. Some of you could even decide that you want to rein it in, you know, really look at what you're spending, your spending habits, changing banks, doing many things in to do with agriculture. You know, the second house is also a Taurus house. It is what you eat. So a lot of you could do some gardening, you know, get a new, I was going to say veranda, but get like an allotment. You could even rent that allotment out. The world's your oyster. You have Venus in your third. So, you know, you Librans, you're naturally quite flirtatious in a charming way. You can get more, you could be more flirtatious. If you're in a relationship, you can start to have a bit more fun, a lot more banter, a lot more, you know. And if you're single, you could meet someone in your friendship group, but you could be very talkative. You could just end up saying like the right thing. You have so much admirers. You can even like write the right thing, and you just get lots of, make new contacts with people. And, you know, I feel that your mind's going to be really expanded right now, Libra, into starting up new businesses. And, you know, it's very much an exciting time. The big one we have is Mercury in Capricorn. It also goes retrograde in Capricorn in your fourth. So, again, like anything that activates your fourth house, is to do with home, family, is to do with the past. So you could actually see past family members. You could resolve any issues with family. You could meet people that you didn't know that were your family, like distant cousins. You could revisit the part. The past could be revisited. Old hurts, wounds. You could redecorate your home, building homes, buying, selling. You know, it can actually feel like a emotional time for you. When we come to your card for this month, you have blocks lifted. So if you had any previous, this card's about obstacles. So if any of you could be doing so much this month that, you may not stick to one thing. You could be also doing a lot of things because you don't want to be blocked. You don't want to miss anything out, but you also don't want to, in a way, some of you could feel bored. So you're just doing everything, anything. But, the right thing is probably right in front of your eyes. So if any of you Librans are feeling blocked in any way, they will be lifted. If any of you Librans are just scatterbrained, you're going to actually find the right thing. That's what I'm picking up from this message for you. But all in all, Libra, a very busy month, very, very busy month. And I'll speak to you soon. Hey Scorpio, welcome to your December 2023 reading. So Scorpio, a lot of this energy is in your second house. And money, 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 buying, selling, investing. This is your self-worth, your self-esteem. It could be high, it could be low, it could go either way. And, Scorpio, you have a new moon, which is in your second house. So I feel some of you could, it's a great time, obviously, to set intentions when it comes to like themes to do with like your money. And some of you could invest in like multiple streams of income, gain multiple streams of income in different projects. It could be all these Taurian themed agriculture, it could be beauty, it could be to do with banking. You could definitely, again, some of you could invest wisely and come into money. It really does depend. You have a full moon in Cancer, which is in your 9th house, and it's about your higher learning, your skill set, being a mentor, traveling, publishing, something to do with the law or course. You could be bringing out projects, you could be finishing a course, you could be finishing a book, you could be finished traveling. It feels very, but I feel there's a lot more emotional ties to this as well. We have Venus in your sign. So in a way, you're a little bit the star of the show. It's a little bit. So you can come into your own, can feel more sexy, sexual, more confident, dressing differently, lots of reds, dark. There could be a lot more attraction. You could, make really wise investments because, Venus also rules your 7th. So it could be to do with your partner. And it's actually nice. Obviously you might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but there's some releasing going on as well. Venus is also in your 2nd, so there could be money growing. Some of you could actually meet someone who is very intelligent. Could be a banker, could be someone in the beauty industry, could be someone in the food industry. But again, they could actually help you with buying and selling and investing. The big one that we have here is the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. And it also goes into Capricorn on the 1st. And this is in your 3rd house. And again, some of you might feel very mouthy. There's some things that you guys really need to say and do. There's something you need to put out there. It might even feel a bit like an urgency. Something on social media, whether it's blogging, writing, books, doing a short course, learning. You could definitely be learning like a short course. But there's something you're going to be saying, but some of you may have to backtrack because anything to do with Mercury, it can actually fire you up and you actually say the wrong thing. Remember, Pluto's in your 3rd house as well, so it can intensify it. Okay, so it's a big one. When we come to your cards for this month, you have inspiration. And it's talking about, some of you may have, especially because a lot of the energies in your 2nd house, there's a lot of ideas that can come to you, especially if Sagittarius ruling your 2nd, a lot of ideas can come. And it's about taking action and setting it into motion. Sagittarius ruling your second, it can make a lot of you do too much, a bit like you spread yourself too thin. Afterwards, then it's like, oh, I actually shouldn't have done this. So find inspiration in something really important. This card is actually saying, and not, of course, not spread yourself too thin. And once you do find that thing that is really that you're passionate about, then go into action. But I feel regardless, Scorpions, you guys are going to be very action orientated anyway. There's a fire in your belly. You're going to be fired up. You want to get out there. You want to do new things. But, just trying to spread yourself too thin. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your birthday season. Happy solar return. If some of you may have been November, but some of you are December. So, welcome to your December reading. A lot of action for you, Saggy. Look, this is about your physical self, your body, your image, your career, your relationship. We have a new moon, which is in your house as well. So you're going to be setting some big, great intentions. And this will feel like a special time because, you've got the nodes that are helping you. It's in your 5th and your 11th house. So it feels like any wishes that you're going to be making, they're going to be very grand and big. And, you're a very positive sign. So obviously they will come true too. You have the full moon in Cancer in your 8th. So this is to do with your money. I was going to say buying and selling. It could be that. But it's mostly to do with your savings, your stocks, bonds, investments. Things you're investing in. Your senses as well. We have Venus in your 12th house. So there could be some hidden themes. It could be a hidden relationship. It could be hidden. You could be investing in something that is hidden that no one knows about. It could be like a homeless shelter. It could be a brothel. It could be anything that people don't really like to talk about, or anything that is very hidden. I feel some of you may invest in that. But again, it could be a hidden relationship, especially if you are single, be careful. Then Venus is in your sign, so a lot of you Sagittarians will feel, again, I feel everyone's going to be feeling quite sexual in a way, but also more confident. And especially when Venus hits your sign, there's like this new energy, and more so for you, Sagittarius. So yeah, get yourself out there, some of you partying, drinking. It's Christmas time at this time, nearly. So you definitely, I feel some of you definitely will be going out there and having some fun and making new contacts as well. You never know who you're gonna meet. The big one that we have is the Mercury retrograde, and it is in your 2nd house in Capricorn. And of course, what this can bring is you like revising your finances in some shape or form. It's it's a bit like you can actually feel like Pluto is in your 2nd. So some of you may have not been feeling quite great when it comes to your money. You may have felt like like when it comes to your finances, things may not be all that great. Okay. So with this Mercury retrograde, it's like you're really looking at things differently. Some of you may be very cautious, maybe not overspending, looking at the bills and all of that. And there could be some of you could actually gain money. It could be like from the bank. It could be from what you're invested in. Remember, this is about your self-esteem and self-worth. So even that may come up, like how you're feeling, how you are, how you're feeling, and having enough and not having enough. It could be very complex for you, Sagittarius. Okay. So when we come to your card for your birthday solar month, you have pay attention to your dreams. And it's talking about you're receiving like pay attention. So when you're going to sleep at night, or even if you're daydreaming, really pay attention, because you're going to see some signs that can come about. And they call it divine guidance. So some of you, you may have a lot of dreams this month. You're ruled by Jupiter. So dreams can really come. Some of you may have to write it down, because there can be some really important messages. If any of you are feeling confused about anything, the answers you seek are in your dreams. And obviously you are getting help. It's a time that people will be helping you. Sagittarius season is very much, I feel for that, especially for Pisces and Sagittarius. It feels like whatever you're wishing for, it can really manifest and come true. But you have to be very mindful of what you're wishing for. You may want too much, you may not want enough. So, but it's a very highly manifestating time for a lot of you Sagittarians, okay? Hey Capricorn, how are you? Welcome to your December 2023 reading. I also want to say happy solar return to any Capricorn who is born in December. So happy solar return to you. So this month, a lot of this energy is in your 12th house before it moves into your first. So again, Capricorns, every year you revisit this. I can see some of you actually like really planning and preparing for the Christmas holidays, and some of you probably are planning, your next steps for 2024, because it's not too long before it comes. But also it's a time to rest. It's also a time to look back on what you've achieved throughout the year. It's also a time to let go, because the 12th house is about letting go. Some of you may be very inclined to be helping the needy. It could be in the hospice. It could also be doing charity work, helping the homeless. There's a lot of things I feel that some of you could be doing during this time. You also have a new moon, which is in your 12th house. So again, this could be themes that some of you could be doing, but also listening to your dreams, because your dreams will be giving you lots of messages. Some of them will be very powerful. We have the full moon in Cancer, which is in your 7th. So there's going to be some conversations, releasing, changes within your business and professional life. Much needed changes, especially before the year ends. We also have Venus, which is in your 11th house. So this is great to be catching up with friends, hanging out with friends. Some of you may even find love in the friends, but also your goals, your goal sets, your new goals could be happening. You could fall in love with a new skill or a new plan of action. Venus also is in your 12th in Sagittarius. So again, there's can be some hidden themes. There could be, you could be doing some hidden stuff that shall remain nameless. If some of you are single, you may go out with someone who may or may not be your usual type, but also you could be doing secret plans. Again, visiting places that are hidden, or some of it could be dodgy. It really does depend on you. One of the big themes of this year, of the end of this year, is Mercury in your sign that goes retrograde, and this is in your first house. So a lot can definitely happen. I'll be doing a full video in terms of your professional, personal life. You could definitely be going over, like I said in the beginning, going over what happened this year, revising it. You could be making big changes in your physical body, your professional life as well. There could be definitely people from the past, old jobs, old friends, old lovers. But you are definitely going to be revising. It's like you're writing a new script. So when we come to your card for December, you have editor. And it's talking about anything you're doing, it's basically editors about, when you're writing a book, there's an editor that can edit your work to make it more readable. But this card is the same about writing, but any other creative project, you could be benefiting from outside help or support. So that could be one thing, because some of you are very, very creative, especially with Uranus and Jupiter in your sign, in your 5th house. But on the other hand, some of you may be doing editing themes of your own life this month, especially with any themes in the 12th before it goes into your 1st. This is a time, Capricorn, to, again, I feel this is a very important time, especially with the, retrograde happening, Mercury retrograde. When it's editor also, I feel, is like you're editing some stuff out and you're bringing new stuff in. It's not about going back to the past and staying in it. It's about doing some changes. An editor is about, just revising it. There's things that you probably are doing the same thing all over again, and now it's just time to look at it differently. Or even this is about support as well. So don't be afraid to ask for support. Even if you're creative, don't be afraid. But also, if you're needing guidance or support, this is a time to be asking someone, because they also can help edit your life. Okay? Hello, Aquarius. How are you? So, Aquarius, a lot of this theme is in like your house. This is in the 11th house. And this is, it's actually... It's always great to be ending in your 11th house. Obviously, it's going to go into your 12th. But still, it's a time to be catching up with friends, young and old. This is a time to be, having fun, partying, networking, getting together with people that, some of these people you may not be your usual type of people too. So it's a time to have fun. Also, look at your dreams and goals. And even, again, looking back. I feel that you and I think all the last signs, like you, Capricorn and Pisces, a lot of looking back is going to be going on. Even probably Saggittrius too. But yeah. So you have a new moon there as well. So this is great to be, okay, what do I need for 2024? What do I need to improve on myself? Who do I need in my life? And you have a full moon in your 6th house, and this is about releasing any bad habits. It could be an outdated job, people you work with, a pet. This is also a time that some of you are going to be, fixing your life, any type of paperwork that needs to be done, just getting yourself more organized, basically. You have Venus, which is in your 10th house in Scorpio. So some of you could fall in love with someone at work. It could be a boss, you never know. But it could be you could actually fall in love with your job. Things may be a bit more pleasurable at your job. Maybe it squeezes you. So you just never know. But yeah, there could be there's definitely some improvements that could be happening in your job. Your status can definitely change. But it's not going to be without its drama. You have Venus in your 11th. Again, whenever we talk about Venus, especially for you, you could find love in a work, in a group setting, but you could also fall in love with doing new humanitarian work, a new project. You could also find people that can help you with your goals. It actually feels very nice with Venus being there. You have the big one, which is Mercury retrograde in your 12th. And also Capricorn, and also Mercury goes into your 12th house. So they're definitely going to be doing some releasing work, looking back, a lot of looking back, a lot of looking back, a lot of releasing. The 12th house is a natural house of trying to release any toxic habits, thoughts, feelings that, again, we don't no longer serves us. And really, Again, like I said, a lot of you are going to be looking back on this year. So this is going to be like the perfect time to be doing this with Mercury retrograde. When we come to your card, you have journaling. And this is talking about, this is a very creative card actually, very creative. It's about your feelings and activities. There's things that are going to be stirred up within you. And yes, it definitely can be creative, but also, this is like a writer's card as well. But I also feel that this is great, especially with the retrograde. This is great to be writing down your thoughts and understanding them. Some of you may not understand what's actually going on mentally and physically. So, but the fact that a lot of things are in your 11th at the moment, this is great to be writing down or journaling what you're grateful for or what you need, what you would like for your future. Okay? So, yeah, this is actually a great card for you, Aquarius. And let's see how it goes. Hello, Pisces. How are you? So, Pisces, welcome to your December 2023 reading. So, Pisces, a lot of this energy is in a house that is about your status, your career, general status, marriage, family, kids, bosses, hires up. Yes, this month does square you, but you know, because Jupiter's month, you know, and you're co-ruled by Jupiter, you can still benefit. So we have a new moon, which is happening in your 10th house. I will do a full video. And of course, that is about your career and all of these things to do with your status. Some of you could definitely, you know, seek big changes, and big changes can definitely come. Just about wishing on a star. You have a full moon in Cancer, which is in your 5th house. Great house to have, great time for being creative, having fun, you know, and it's around the Christmas period, so you definitely could be center of attention, and it'll be a time to really dress up and, you know, have fun. You know, if some of you are single, you could be dating, could be spending more time with your children if you have any. We have Venus in your 9th house, so any of you single Pisces can meet someone who is from a different creed and culture. You could travel, fall in love with traveling. You could also start learning a new course or study, something to do with publishing. This is a great time to get your creative juices on, Pisces, but also a great time to learn. You also have Venus in your 10th house. So again, any of you who are single, you could meet someone at work. Your status can change. Even like your bosses may be a bit more nicer to you, strange enough. It's not going to come about its drama, but you know, that could also happen too. The big one that we have this month is we got Mercury in Capricorn, and also we've got Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in your 11th house. So this can bring, especially during, this is like after the Christmas, this is during the Christmas period anyway, but still, this can bring a lot of Pisceans back, old friends from the past. You know, like I said, December is very much a past month. You could also see people from the past, friends, colleagues. Some of it could be lovers, but it's definitely friends. You could be revisiting your old goals. There could be people that come to your aid as well. Well, this is a great time, especially before 2024 starts, to like really think about what you would like to do for next year. You know, Saturn's in your sign. And also some of you could even look back on this year, see how it's gone for you. It's been a big year. So the card that you have is Divine Guidance. And it's talking about you having ideas. You know, there's some ideas that you could be receiving, and they could be an answer to your prayers. So it's actually, I feel for you Pisces, even though you're getting squared by Jupiter, is Jupiter by Saggittrius, you know, it is still a great manifestation. It's for everyone, but it's still a great manifestation month for everyone. And I feel that some of you may be praying more, maybe because Saturn's in your sign, but some of you may be praying more. Some of you could be journaling more, you know, seeking guidance. Could be going back to church. You could also be you know, just being grateful. I think that if you do want changes within your career or any type of status change, it definitely could happen. Especially the fact that Saturn's in your sign. Yes, in like there's a time where Saturn is going to square. Like I think it's, yeah, Saturn will be squaring your 10th house, but still you can, it's all about seeing how far you can go and how far you're going to be pushing yourself. So yeah, it seems like you know, you could definitely be the star of the show this month. Okay, so yeah, good luck with that, Pisces. And guys, that was December 2023 for all the signs. Yeah, like I said, this year's been a big year, very big year. We've had lots of like astrological changes. Some of you may have had changes personally, physically, emotionally as well. And obviously there's more to come in 2024. But also I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas and a happy new year. Thank you so much for my subscribers, old and new. Thank you very much for your comments. And I will speak to you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.